When COVID-19 hit, it really messed up the casual trips abroad for celebrities and the wealthy among us. However, even when we return to a somewhat normal and safe way to travel, there are still countries that some celebrities can never go to. Today we're going to spill all the tea on which celebrities have been banned from other countries and why. Coming in at number 10, Justin Bieber. Believe it or not, but the Biebs has been banned from a number of places. For starters, let's begin with why he's banned from Argentina. Back in 2013, when he was on the South American part of his Believe tour, Bieber was smacked with a misdemeanor the moment that he walked off stage. Apparently he had tagged an abandoned hotel in Brazil, then following that he reportedly defiled the Argentine flag on stage and unleashed a bodyguard on a photographer that was just outside of a nightclub that he went to later on. There was also eventually a warrant out for his arrest that was dismissed, but when Justin tried to return in 2016, the government ultimately turned him away. In addition to this, he is also banned from performing in mainland China because the government views him as a controversial young foreign idol with a record of bad behavior on and off stage. Us Canadians, ooh, always up to trouble. But before we hit our next point, I need you guys to hit that like button to show some love to the channel. Did you do it? Alright, cool, let's move on. Coming in at number 9, Miley Cyrus. Justin Bieber isn't the only celebrity that has been banned from more than one country. Miley Cyrus has also been banned from China as well as the Dominican Republic, after she took a very unfortunate photo in which she appears to be mocking the appearance of Asian people. Miley landed herself on China's banned from entry list. In a statement to the press, the Chinese Foreign Minister Yang Jiechi said, "Ms. Cyrus has made it clear that she is no friend of China or anyone of East Asian descent. We have no interest in further polluting our children's minds with her American ignorance." Couldn't have said it better myself. This was back in 2009, and again in 2014, Cyrus found herself being banned from the Dominican Republic as well. According to government officials, the ban was because she undertakes acts that go against morals and customs which are punishable by Dominican law. Yikes. Coming in at number 8, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt really became a household name back in the early 90s and was mainly to do with his role in the film Thelma and Louise. After putting himself on the map, he began booking a ton of memorable roles like True Romance, 7, and 12 Monkeys. However, within that time, he also made a film called 7 Years in Tibet, and in that movie he plays an Austrian mountain climber that becomes friends with the Dalai Lama right as China begins their takeover of Tibet. As you can imagine, China did not take kindly to this movie because any project that portrays the Dalai Lama in a positive light is considered hostile to them. After all, he is considered to be the spiritual leader of Tibet and has fought for Tibet's independence despite China believing that it is part of its sovereign territory. Coming in at number 7, Lady Gaga. Back in 2012, Lady Gaga unfortunately had to cancel a sold-out show in Indonesia because she was immediately met with protests by Islamic leaders and lawmakers. Their fear was that she would corrupt the young people in the country because she dances in revealing clothing. Despite the show in Jakarta being one of the largest on her tour, she was denied a permit less than 3 weeks before taking to the stage. In addition to that ban, Gaga was also banned from China because she met with the Dalai Lama. Man, China really has it out for that guy. According to Chinese officials, the Dalai Lama fled China in 1959, and so they refer to him as a separatist and a wolf in monk's clothing, and so anyone even seen associating with him is immediately banned from China. And if you're wondering, the two discuss mental health, yoga, meditation, and the global significance of building compassionate cities. Ooh, scary. According to NBC News, the ban was issued by the Communist Party of China's propaganda department shortly after this meeting. Coming in at number 6, Russell Brand. Back in 2013, Russell Brand was scheduled to perform his Messiah Complex tour in Johannesburg. Although things certainly did not go as planned because as he was getting on the plane to South Africa, the customs notified Brand that he had been banned from entering the country. According to the Daily Mail, his publicist Deborah D'Souza said that Russell was banned because he did not have 2 free pages in his passport, which is the minimum amount of free space needed to gain access to the country. Despite being banned, Russell laughed it off and tweeted, "Banned from South Africa, here ready to go, refused entry, hope I can come soon." Well, at least he has a sense of humor about it. Coming in at number 5, Martha Stewart. Okay, the reason for Martha Stewart being banned from another country is just gangster. Okay, 79-year-old Martha Stewart is banned from entering the UK because she has a criminal record. If you don't know, in 2004, Martha was sentenced to 5 months in prison after being found guilty of lying to investigators who were trying to suss out if she and her stockbroker buddy were doing insider trading. I'm not going to get into what insider trading is, but all you need to know is that it's illegal. Shortly after news of her border denial went public, the UK Border and Immigration Agency released a statement that said the government will continue to oppose entry to the UK for those who have been found guilty of serious criminal offenses abroad. I suppose they wanted to make an example out of someone. I mean, lying to a government agency is considered a federal crime in the United States, and because of that, you're more likely to automatically be banned from entering some countries. Sorry, Martha, I guess you'll have to have tea and crumpets at home? In at number 4, Snoop Dogg. Yes, Snoop Dogg. You may remember him from that cooking show that he had with Martha Stewart. Obviously, I'm kidding. You may know him as one of the best-selling rappers of all time, and as a man who has an affinity for the devil's lettuce, which is also what landed him in some trouble while he was traveling abroad. Back in 2012, Snoop got held up at the airport in Norway while he was on his way to perform at a music festival because customs officials found 8 grams of marijuana in his bag. Oh no! In addition to that, he was also carrying more cash than is legally allowed in Norway, and so he was fined just over $6,000. Imagine getting fined because you have too much money. The funny thing is that after admitting to these 2 offenses, he was allowed to go to perform at Norway's Ho Festival. However, this was under the condition that he would never return to the country once leaving. I guess they really don't like weed there. And at number 3, Lindsay Lohan. Actress Lindsay Lohan always seems to have the best of intentions only for it to all flip back on her. This time it was India who played the Uno reverse card on Lohan after she claimed to have saved multiple children from sweatshops. She was filming a documentary with the BBC, but it turned out that Lindsay had not applied for a work visa which is required for filming. Additionally, social activists were outraged that Lindsay would claim that she had a role in freeing child workers. The actress worked on the documentary in India while on a tourist visa, and under Indian law, a work visa is required for any non-tourist activity, and so they gave her the boot. In at number 2, Kesha. Kesha first rose to fame after she released a series of party anthems with her partying ways and outrageous personal style making headlines. Plus, she influenced an entire generation to try brushing their teeth with Jack Daniels, so there's also that. Due to this reputation though, Kesha found herself being banned from traveling to Malaysia after authorities argued that her concert might offend religious sensibilities. Kesha's team apparently tried to work with them to modify the show so that it would better suit the Malaysian culture and sensitivities, including having made adjustments to her song lyrics, wardrobe changes, and a set list that had been modified to specifically adhere to the guidelines set forth by these authorities. But even after all of that, they still said no, resulting in Kesha having to cancel her show and lose more than $350,000 in revenue. Shortly after canceling the show, Kesha tweeted, "To be clear, I did not cancel. I was not allowed to play, and then I was going to play anyways and was threatened with imprisonment." Yeah, you definitely don't want that. Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Paris Hilton. The hotel heiress and OG influencer Paris Hilton had to cut her Asia tour to promote her fashion and fragrance line short after she was denied entry in Japan. Back in 2010, her private jet was turned back to Los Angeles when she was denied entry at Tokyo's airport due to a drug violation in the US, according to the Associated Press. Once arriving in Japan, she spent 6 hours undergoing questioning by officials. The day before leaving California, Paris had pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor drug charge in Las Vegas because she had been arrested the previous month for cocaine possession. In a statement to the press, her publicist said, "Paris is very disappointed and fought hard to keep her business commitments and see her fans, but she is forced to postpone her commitments in Asia. Paris understands and respects the rules and laws of the immigration authorities in Japan and fully wishes to cooperate with them." But that has been today's list, guys, and before we head out though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Jake Paul leaving California because of this." Seth freaking Rollins says, "Jake Paul's neighbors must have had the best New Year celebration of their lives." Oh, I'm sure they are very happy to see those moving trucks. Rare Umi says, "This guy is only moving because of the new tax laws." Very true, very true. Brutal tax laws in California, if you haven't heard. Jess A says, "I wonder if the value of his neighbor's home are going up because of this." Probably, yeah, there's a good chance. Fluffy Pink Chaos says, so that's why there was an earthquake out here. All of Cali was celebrating his departure. I can't with you guys. I mean, maybe. Who's to say? Zuzu says, "Wow, I'm early today. I want my mention, Johnny. I want my mention." There it is. Calm down. Jeez. That's all I have for you guys today, though. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy. Justin Bieber isn't the only celebrity that has been banned. After putting himself on the map, he began booking a ton of memorable roles like True Romance, two separate movies, Johnny. After putting himself on the map, he began. The customs notified Brand that he had been banned. Okay. The customs notified Brand that he had been banned from. It's the Brandon ban thing that's throwing me off. Rhyming.